So where do we start with? What do I start with today, this week? It's been a bit flat, to be honest. This writing career, self-publishing, I think I'm probably feeling a little bit down and low about it at the moment, which is quite unusual for me sharing these things, as I'm normally quite a reserved person, but this is a totally honest vlog on the writing process, how I'm finding it and what I'm struggling with. So there's no point in dressing it up or saying how wonderful it is. Why is it a bit low? Basically, nothing seems to be taking off. The book is not really selling at the moment, and everything that I have tried is just coming up against a brick wall. So you might be asking yourself, what have I tried? Well, yeah, we're looking at one of it now, the YouTube channel. This YouTube channel isn't really growing, and I don't really know why. Possibly because the content is a little bit too unique of a niche. I might not be marketing it properly, and the book sales are just not there at the moment. This might be down to environment, or it could be down to something else that I'm doing wrong. But this is a learning process, and I have always maintained that it's a marathon, not a sprint. So how am I going to get out of this little bit of a downward spiral? I've adjusted the cover on the book by changing the text on the front to white. It stands out much better, and particularly in the smaller thumbnail options that you have on Amazon. So that might very well be a problem. And also I'm looking at rewriting the blurb on the back, because I think it's one of them things that I can tinker with, and it's relatively easy to do because it's also in your Amazon settings. So what I can do is just come up with a totally new blurb, and hopefully that'll entice people in. Advertising wise, I was getting clicks. Now I've actually paused all advertising at the moment because, as I say, it's a little bit of a transitional period right now. I've tried and I've picked up a few keywords, which is what it's all about, and is learning as you go along. So I've got a couple of keywords that I can put together for a brand new ad campaign, and I'm also readdressing the blurb on the back. So there is a positive future. It's just going to be very difficult, and it is one of those. It is what it is. I hate that saying, but nothing really describes the situation more relevant than that. I've also, so that's kind of been like the negatives, and it's easy to sit here and just say how slow, how disappointing, how annoying, frustrating it all is, but you can only be like that for so long. And I've actually we're in the process of publishing a second book, totally different to The Broken Ceasefire. This book is about cats and a secret government agency. It's only a short story, but again, I'm hoping that the more work that you do, because this is something I am finding a bit of a distraction, is my heart, my passion is writing. I want to create stories, I want to engage in other people, and essentially I want to entertain my readers. The whole purpose of this process is to become an established writer, have an audience, and give up the day job. So at the moment that seems a very long way away, but this is really just the first steps of this journey, and that's why I'm here sharing the ups and the downs and being totally frank and honest. That's one thing that I will always be on this channel, is totally frank and honest. If anyone's got any questions, I will answer them. It might take me a little while because, again, I do seem to be struggling getting the messages and comments as they appear. But if you have made a comment, you'll notice that I have actually replied eventually, but I'm there. So really, I think you're never going to stop learning, and it is going to be a long process. All you can do, or all I'm going to do, is carry on with it, but not take it necessarily as serious. I think having the last couple of months off in isolation and lockdown has enabled me to really concentrate on what I'm doing, and it's kind of given me a feeling of how this life could actually be should everything turn out as I want it to. I'm probably going to be about 18 months away realistically, and this is something that I have to keep on reminding myself, and it's something that you might have to do as well. Is just remind yourself that this is going to be a long journey, and nobody yet knows particularly who I am as a writer. Nobody knows what my writing style is, and it's really going to be up to me to push myself and get the word out there. Having said that, not really helped by the current pandemic situation, with ComicCon being postponed in St Albans, but there is light at the end of that tunnel. I have got ComicCon in November, all being well, albeit 2 days and in Reading, but I'm not going to let what I paid go to waste. So 50 odd copies of the book in the garage with all the promotional stuff that goes with it. I have got another project which I'm keeping an eye on. I'm not going to reveal that just yet because it's early days. I've only been doing this particular format for about a week, and one thing that I will say is I'm trying out Bitshoot as well as Parlour. Reason being that these are relatively new platforms, and I feel that by starting off on those platforms as well, it gives me a bit of an equal footing against other people. So rather than being competing against people that are already established on particular social media platforms, as these are new, I'm thinking why not give them a go as well and see what happens. So yeah, plans for the next week I will be hopefully right, goal for next week is to come up with a new blurb for the back of my book, and then put a specific launch date down for Cats. It is available on Amazon pre-order at the moment, but I might very well bring that date forward as there's a significant anniversary coming up in August. So I might actually mark that anniversary with the release of the book, but that's something that I'll make up my own mind in the near future. Formatting wise and everything else, not really much to say. I can't remember if I mentioned that I helped out a relative format their own book on Amazon, or at least we discussed options and best way forward. So yeah, I suppose this week is just one of those blips in the road, and my message in this week's is just don't give up. I'm not going to give up. I don't care how long it takes. I've had a taster of the last couple of months of what a writer's life could be like, and I really want that. So I'm not giving up by any stretch of the imagination. Am I giving up? If anything, I'm pushing myself even more, and I will learn keywords, marketing strategies, how to build audiences, how to build email lists, how to build Facebook groups, how to build. But this is the whole fun of being self-published writers, and even if you are an established writer, and even if you have got that writing deal, book deal, you're still going to have to do some of this work yourself. So no way am I'm not going to moan and groan about this. I'm just going to knuckle down and get on and do it. And as I say, I'm here to offer advice, be a sounding board if anyone's going through any issues. If you're going through some of the same issues as I am, get in contact. We can chat about it and see how you're going to deal with how you deal with these situations yourself, and you can see how I'm dealing with this situation. But overall, yep, onwards and upwards. Next week, again, realistically, I'd like to sell at least 2 copies of my book, and I'm only going to do that through advertising and keywords, so watch this space. Chin up, and onwards and upwards. This is just the start of something really big. See you next time.